Welcome back to High Intensity Inspiration Training.
Yippee!
Nice!
I'm your host, Meg Lewis.
Meg Lewis!
In this episode, we'll be doing 3 creative exercises. We'll start with drawing a still life portrait with our opposite hand. Then we'll work on sculpture with aluminum foil and masking tape. And lastly, we'll work on some creative wordplay with newspaper blackout poetry. I'll be demonstrating these creative exercises in real time. So feel free to follow along with me because I'll be right by your side the whole time.
Aw, thanks, Meg.
These creative exercises were designed to get you out of your comfort zone so you start feeling comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, the theme of this whole series is operating at the speed of fun. That means moving fast and quickly before you can get in your own way. Let's get going. Okay, our first creative exercise today is still life portrait drawing, but with your opposite hand. So that means if you're right-handed, use your left hand and vice versa. This exercise has been designed to make you uncomfortable. So doing this with your opposite hand is going to make you get out of your comfort zone, which is a great creative warm-up for your brain to set the stage for the rest of your day. All right. So you'll see here that I assembled a still life vignette of sorts from around the set here. And what we'll be doing is using an easel of paper and drawing with my left hand, which is my opposite hand. For this exercise, you're gonna have exactly 2 minutes on the clock. And that is designed on purpose so that it's swift and will force you to operate at the speed of fun. So you'll have 2 minutes. Now let's get that on the clock. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, unlike the blind contour drawings we did, we get to look this time. But it's not gonna be great because it's the opposite hand and that's okay. I'm starting, of course, with the sneaker. Not so bad, not so bad. Let's get the lace holes here. Circles are surprisingly challenging with the opposite hand. And we've got a big circle here too. A nice star. I'm gonna try to not cheat the star by doing it the way that I want to, but rather I'm gonna choose the uncomfortable way. Okay, hey, pretty good, but I think the sneaker was the easiest part. The bananas, however, classic still life fixture. Okay, second banana. I should move a little bit faster, shouldn't I? Because we don't have too much time. Third banana. Okay, they've got little dark tips. Let's do that, and eyes.
Oh, would you look at that?
And let's not forget this silly little rat.
Who you calling silly?
Oh boy, okay. Ear, legs. Yes, not bad. Let's do the yarn ball next, which, you know, I can't decipher each piece of yarn, so we're gonna go like that. All right, so for the last 30 seconds or so, let's get this soccer ball. Oh my goodness, hard edges. Whoa, not so bad, not so bad. All right, blah, blah, blah. Whoa, oh, we're running out of time. Here we go. All right, now 5 seconds left. Let's add sort of some perspective here of the platform that my still life is on. And that's great, we're done. How did yours turn out? I honestly love how this came out because if I had more time, of course I would never make it look this shaky and silly. But I think that sometimes silly things turn out better than serious things. And I think that's a great lesson for us to all learn sometimes. Hello, let's get going on the next exercise. So we're gonna be sculpting using my favorite method of using foil and masking tape. So with this, it is my absolute favorite thing to do because no matter what you sculpt with this method, it's going to look silly on purpose. And it's so easy and fast to do. So what you'll need with this sculpture technique is simply a roll of aluminum foil, a roll of masking tape, and paints. So what I'd like you to do is grab something that is one of your favorite things you own that you can create a mini version of. And today what I'll be doing is recreating my favorite lava lamp that I own. This lava lamp is very special to me, so I'd love to have an extra one in case something ever happens to this one. I mean, look how beautiful it is. Anyway, for this exercise, you will have 3 minutes to create your sculpture form, which means that you'll take foil, you'll ball it up and create and mold it into the shape of the item that you're sculpting, and then you'll cover that with masking tape, which will create the canvas for your paint. This will all make sense and I'll be along with you along the way, but for the first portion, which is just the foil and masking tape, no paint, you'll have 2 minutes to complete that portion. Then we'll move on to paint, which really makes it come through and shine, because once you finish with the foil and masking tape, it might look a little silly and abstract, but as soon as you add paint, it really starts to look good. So let's get 2 minutes on the clock. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, we're working fast. So I'm just like to grab a lot of foil and I ball it up. And you'll see the shape really starts to come through eventually, and you can press it and really mold it into whatever shape you'd like. So I'm gonna start with the base. I'm gonna create a couple of balls, essentially. I'm gonna ball them up to create this base. Now you'll see they're disconnected right now, so I'm just gonna take these 2 disconnected pieces and mold them together using an additional piece of foil. So put them how you'd like them and then cover them in more foil. And I'm creating a cradle for the actual glass part of the lava lamp. So now we take another longer roll of foil and we're gonna start to create our actual lava lamp core part, the glass part. I hope you can hear me over all this foil. Foil is so great because you can get foil to do whatever you need it to. Okay, so we're looking good. It's now starting to sit in its little cradle. All right, so now for the top piece, we're going to do this again. Mold this top piece, it's a little bit of a cone, into whatever shape looks the best. It's already making sense. Yes, the proportions are off and I love it. All right, so now what you do is cover the whole thing in masking tape. Here we go. So what the masking tape does is it creates a canvas for the paint to then apply onto. So we have to work fast, so let's keep going. Each piece I'm gonna add masking tape to, one at a time. Faster! Ah! This is the last piece left. We're going as fast as we possibly can. Ah, ah. All right, we have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so right now this doesn't look like much at all. We have 3 pieces. We've got the base of the lava lamp here, we've got the glass part here, and then we have the top cap, which is right here. So once we get these all painted, it's going to make so much more sense. Trust me.
Trust the process.
This is part of the fun, and this is the reason why I love this kind of sculpture. So let's get 60 seconds on the clock and we'll begin painting. In 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so fast. So the white of the lava lamp is on the base and the very top. So I'm just gonna quickly slather it on here. Don't forget, we're trying to look silly. That is the beauty of this exercise. All right, so we've got the white on there, and now what we'll do is we'll do a pink base for this glass component here. And again, it is okay if this looks silly. It is supposed to. Now it's time to add the little speckles. We do not have much time at all, so I'm just gonna do dots randomly throughout. Speckle, speckle, okay? Speckles on top, speckles on bottom. Speckle, speckle, speckle. We're running out of time. Okay, the last portion I wanna do is the lava. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a lava blob here and another lava blob over here. I have a PhD in fast blobs. I've done many throughout my career, and we're almost out of time. Done. So let's put it together. All right, so I have 3 pieces here. I've got the base, I've got the top, and I have the glass piece. So let's take this glass piece here, put it in the base, and without getting paint all over me, we add the top. I think it's really fun seeing my mini silly version of my big full-size lava lamp right next to it, because you can see how goofy and funny it looks. And honestly, I would rather live in a world that looks like this lava lamp than that looks like this lava lamp.
Me too.
For our final exercise today, we are gonna work on newspaper blackout poetry. Now, this is one of my favorite forms of using and playing with words because it's so easy and fun to do. Now, this technique was popularized by artist Austin Kleon, and I absolutely have the most fun whenever I'm doing this. So the point of this exercise is to make somebody like me who's not comfortable with poetry, comfortable with poetry. Because what you're gonna do is you're going to just flip to a random article. I have here an old vintage magazine. You could use a newspaper if you'd like, your choice. And flip to a random article and start combing through the words and circle words that are resonating with you that might form sentences or work together or have fun as a pair or trio. And then you can start blacking out around those words and forming a poem or forming an affirmation or just forming fun word combinations. So we're gonna get 2 minutes on the clock today to start circling those words and then blacking out all of the rest of the text around them. So let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm starting with just a simple white colored pencil, and I'm gonna start circling the words and combinations of words that I like and see if they come and form some poetry. So I'm gonna start here with Times Square, which is what I think this article might be about.
I'm walking in.
20 million visit. Let's see. New Year's Eve celebration. An ear-splitting raspberry. This sounds like poetry already. Megawatt brilliance. Real estate developers, let's throw them in there, why not? 23 sites, 13 acres. This sounds very dramatic. It's a dramatic poem. Sleek office towers. Boom. People. Boom, people. A national treasure.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
American neighborhood. National park. This truly sounds like spoken word poetry. A lumber company chopping down trees. It's not a square at all. Oh, that is a beautiful way to end a poem. So now what we're gonna do is black out all the other remaining words that I did not circle.
Oh no, not the marker. Oh my goodness. Please don't black us out. Oh my gosh. Meg Lewis, why are you doing this to us? It was such a nice life in this magazine. We hope this was worth it for your poem, Meg Lewis. We just wanted a white circle around us, not some black marker. Maybe the afterlife will be pretty good. What is the afterlife? What was the point of all this anyway? Good luck with your poem, Meg.
And I think we're about done. Let's read it together. Times Square, 20 million visit. New Year's Eve celebration. Splitting raspberry. Megawatt brilliance. Real estate developers. 28 sites. 13 acres. Sleek office towers. Boom. People. A national treasure. American neighborhood. National park. A lumber company chopping down trees. It's not a square at all. That sounds like actual poetry. I'm not a poet, but I feel like a poet now. And this totally made me feel very uncomfortable and comfortable at the same time because now I feel way more secure about working with poetry. That's it for this episode of High Intensity Inspiration Training. I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable and we got you out of your comfort zone today. I sure did, that's for sure. But I want you to go through the rest of your day feeling inspired, light, and free to be your best creative self. So if you were following along, make sure to post your work on social media and tag Skillshare because we'd love to see what you made. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Skillshare's YouTube channel and then you'll get notified when the next episode drops. Until then, I'll see you next time.